Hi guys, it's Melissa here and I'm back again, and this time it's for a layout that I made for Artfull Crafts with Kaisercraft's new Chasing Rainbows collection. So as you can see, it's a pretty bright collection. It's quite artsy. It's got paint effects on it, which means that most of the work is already done for me. And there I'm just showing you the embellishments that I've got left to work with, which are some die cuts that Kaisercraft call collectibles and some stickers. So I knew I wanted to use that background paper, and it's pretty full on. Normally I would cut up a piece of paper like that, but I thought let's just go for it and see what I can do. So in order to tone it down, I've cut a piece of white cardstock, and now I'm kind of mimicking some of the paint effects, and I'm doing everybody's favourite technique, which is a packaging technique. And I don't think I'll ever get sick of using this technique while the watercolour trend is in. Now, I'm not saying that I'm someone that follows trends, but when I find something I like, and it's the same with clothing, whether it's trendy or not, I will do it. So for me, this works really well because I'm not a huge mixed media expert. Well, I'm no expert at all. I've only really started doing mixed media in probably the last year or so, so I love the random look that this technique gives. And I based the colours off both the paper and also the colours on the clothing that my son and daughter, oldest daughter, are wearing in these photos. So I'm just working out where I want to place things here, and I cut it out because I really couldn't decide. But anyway, at this point these photos need a white matte because there's so much going on, and I think it really helps them pop. And here this is how I make my tags. You may have seen it before. In this one I've traced around it, cut it out, and then just use my crocodile for the hole. And for the second tag, I can't be bothered tracing it, I just cut around it, which is probably what I could have done in the first place. Now, going to get a bit retro. This paper's quite thin, and when I put the string through there, it needed some reinforcement, so I've got the eyelets out, and I love how this turns out, and I'm definitely keen to add these to any other tags that I make. Not just because they provide the reinforcement, but I really like the way they look as well. So here I am just cutting that quickly. Sped up, of course, but yeah, moving pretty quickly. And the reason I made these tags is because I really was down to the last bits and pieces of what I got in my design team package, and I felt that this layout needed a bit more in terms of embellishment. Okay, so okay, yeah, just wondering what I was doing there. It's been a while since I made this, but I just wanted to add some blue splatters just for a bit more interest, and just dabbing that because I can't be bothered waiting. So these photos, these were taken on the 20th of September last year, and the reason I know the date so well is because it was our wedding anniversary. It was our 11-year anniversary, and my husband planned a surprise. We had to get ready and get in our car, and then he drove us, and it was for the kids as much as it was for me. He drove us to all the places that we'd been that day. So we went to the old church where we got married, and then we went out. We went to where we had our wedding reception, and that photo of me and him and our baby, that's taken there, and Sam actually took that photo. And then we went out to Arrowtown, which is probably about 10 minutes from where we had our reception, and we had a lot of photos taken out there. And the photos of Sam and Azaria, so the oldest two, that's taken at a cafe which didn't exist 11 years ago, but we needed to stop and just have a coffee and some food. And after all of that, it was our national voting day, so every 4 years we vote, and so we went and did that, and the kids came along as well. And I just wanted to record this. It was a really special day. Actually, in the end, it got ruined by rain. We never got to finish. We had some photos taken across the Arrow River, so Sean was in our truck, we were going to drive across, four-wheel drive across, and show the kids where we had the photos, but because it started pouring with rain, we never did that. But it was still special, and I think it's something that definitely needs to be recorded. So here you're seeing how my mind works when it comes to working with layering of embellishments. I don't just stick the photos down straight away. I do as much as I can behind the photos, and then I stick them down. And I machine stitched on that piece of cardstock, and yes, sadly, most of the artsy work that I did with the watercolours is covered, but that's okay. I mean, I didn't want it just to be a piece of white cardstock. I can see some of the colour that's come through there, and yeah, I'll have to make another layout and let that feature, because I do love it, and I do love the colours that I used. So I've used a big die cut doily behind the Zaria, and I've used the tags, and there's a I don't know what you call it. It's not a tag, it's a die cut with the butterfly on top that says, "Most of all, let love guide your life." I thought that was really appropriate for a wedding anniversary layout. And then I'm using the word grateful as my title, and my journaling just flows on from that word. I didn't want to do a typical, title, 11 years married or 11-year anniversary. I just thought, let's just work with the die cut that comes with this collection. And then I've gone through, I love those circle stickers. I've gone through and picked the ones that are most appropriate for the story that I'm telling, which is our life memories, making memories, living moments, and stop and smile. And the sticker sheet comes with 12-inch phrase stickers, but they weren't really working for this layout, so I've just cut out the bits and pieces that I want. And so this one says, "Make today ridiculously amazing," and I've put that because I feel that photo of Sam needed something below it that wasn't girly, so I just went with that. And now I'm taking this doily that I had cut out from the paper that I showed you at the beginning, and so I'm tucking it in because I need this layout to not be so square. So this doilies, I find they add a really nice circular element, I guess. And I've trimmed off those strings. What's happening here? Okay. I know that little phrase stickers are really big at the moment, and in the past I've said that I have a hard time using them. Well, that phase of having trouble is over now, and I absolutely love them, and I love the look of them along the side of the photo. So once again, I didn't really agree with or like some of the phrases on that were 12 by 12, not 12 by 12, but were 12-inch in length. So I've just cut out the words that I like, that I think work as well. So down the right side I've put laugh, enjoy, love, and on the left side I've put live and be you. And so now I'm doing my journaling. And when I got to the end of the journaling here, I realised that I've talked about what I'm grateful for, but I wanted to add a bit more about the day as well, because this is one of those layouts that I want my kids, when they look back, to remember what we did. It's not just a reflection. So that's what I'm adding on the left side there. And I think I'm nearly finished. There'll be some close-ups coming. Really happy with how this one turned out. There's a close-up there. It was obviously a difficult paper, which I made work for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon.